Ready? Shall I commence? Okay. Welcome to the Kumarasambhava class. We shall pass on to verse number 27. The verse reads like this: Mukhena sa padma sugandhina nishi pravepamana dharapatra shobhina tushara vrishtikshata padma sampadam saroja sandhanam iva karodapam. In this verse also, the tapas of Parvati during the winter season is described. With her face, Mukhena, which was having a sweet smell, Sugandhina, as that of a lotus, Padma. She made up the laws for the waters in the pond, apam, for the waters. So she made Saroja Sandhanam iva akarot. She made Sandhanam is union of the lotus, Saroja, for apam stands for the ponds. The pond in which Parvati was immersed up to her neck performing her tapas. Her face, Mukhena, was Shobhina, was resplendent, like the petal, which had the petal in the form of the lower lip. Adhara is the lower lip, which is quivering. If her face was like the lotus, her lower lip was like the shining petal. And even as the lotus petal throbs and quivers during the winter season, so was the lower lip of Parvati, especially during the night, Nishi, when the cold is unbearable. The ponds will be very much affected during the winter season, the wealth of lotuses, Padma Sampat, is extinguished, Kshata, on account of the shower of snow. Tushara is snow, Vrishti is shower. On account of the shower of snows, the lotuses are destroyed during the winter season. In this verse, Parvati's face is compared to the lotus in a very significant manner. Parvati was immersed in the waters up to the neck, and this tapas she was performing during the winter season, where it is most difficult to even touch the waters. The ponds lose the splendor of the lotuses during this season, because the foremost enemy of the lotuses is the frost that showers during the winter season, and therefore the wealth of the lotuses in the wealth of the ponds in the form of the lotuses is destroyed, Kshata, by this shower of frost, Tushara Vrishti. But Parvati made up the loss of this wealth of lotuses by her face, which itself was like the lotus, the preeminent lotus. The excellence of the lotus face of Parvati was that the lotuses, the normal lotuses, are either destroyed or devoid of all glow during winter, but her face had the glow and also had the fragrance which the normal lotuses would not have. So Padma Sugandhina, the face of Parvati had the fragrance of a lotus. Now this may be noted as the mark of the best sort of ladies, so who are called Padminis. The texts say Padmini Padma Gandha. The face of or the mouth of a Padmini type of a woman has the smell and fragrance of the lotus. So Parvati's face emitted that fragrance, and this even during the night. The lotuses do not bloom at night, and this lotus face of Parvati was still in all its strength even during the night. It was Padma Sugandhi. Of course, the power of the frost did tell upon her lips, which did quiver. Her lip, the lower lip, the tenderer lip, is compared to the petal, lotus petal, patra, and it was pravepamana, it was shaking on account of the extreme cold. And this way Parvati made up the loss of the lotuses of the pond by her own lotus. We may go into some of the details here. So Sa is the subject of the sentence, Akarot is the verb, Sa Akarot. What did Parvati do? Saroja Sandhanam Akarot. Parvati brought in the union of the lotus with the pond. The ponds had lost the lotuses, and Parvati brought in this union of the lotus with the pond. Though there were numerous lotuses earlier, there is the replacement of but one lotus here, but this one lotus by far excels the beauty and splendor of all the other lotuses put together. Such kind of a making up was made by Parvati. As this has been said figuratively, we have the expression Iva here, so this indicates the Utpreksha made by the poet. Sa, that is Parvati, Apam, sarojasandhanam akarodhiva. So it is as though Parvati made up the laws of the lotuses for the pond. Now this she did by means of her own face, mukhena, by her own face. So mukhena is Nahumsakalinga 3.1. Sa mukhena apam sarojasandhanam akarot. The word apam is from up shabda, which is always strilinga and bahuvachana. The Amarkosha says apas stri bhumni varvari. So all the other synonyms of water are neuter in gender, and only this word is strilinga, and the declension of this word is apaha apaha adbhihi adbhyaha adbhyaha apam apsu. So this is nitya bahuvachananta, and therefore we have only the last column here of bahuvachana forms. Apam here stands for the pond. Apam sarojasandhanam akarodhiva. Akarot is from root kr, for which it is lung 1-1, prathama purusha ekvachana form. Akarot akurutam akurvan, akaroha akurutam akuruta, akaravam akurva akurma. These are the forms. Sa akarot, by means of her face, mukhena, which was Padma Sugandhina. This word qualifies mukhena, and therefore just as this is N31, this is also Nahumsakalinga Tritiya Vibhakti Ekvachana. The dissolution of Padma Sugandhina is to be done thus. Su means Shobhanaha. Su is the preposition here, upasarga here. Su gandhaha asya asti yields the form sugandhi. So we can take it in the neuter sense, so it becomes sugandhi. Padmam iva sugandhi yields the form Padma Sugandhi. As mukhena as in Tritiya Vibhakti, we have tena here. So Padma iva Sugandhi means having the fragrance of the lotus. So Sugandhi is fragrant, so fragrant like the lotus. Padma Sugandhina mukhena sa akarot. So it is through her face, which had the fragrance of the lotus, which is as fragrant as the lotus, that she did this. So this she did, this making up of the laws of the lotuses, she did during the night, nishi, during the night. So this is F 7.1. So this is nish shabda, so shakaranta strilinga, of which it is the Sattva Vibhakti Ekvachana form, and the declension is nit nishau nishaha, he nit he nishau he nishaha, nisham nishau nishaha, nisha nidbhyam nidbhi, nishe nidbhyam nidbhyah, nishah nidbhyam nidbhyah, nishah nishau nisham, nishi nishau nitsu. These are the forms. So it is during the night that the pond suffers the greatest, because the day lotuses are all closed then, and in this season of winter they have absolutely no charm, and it is at such a moment when there can be no lotuses at all that Parvati made up the laws of the lotuses by means of her own extraordinary face, which was shining. So mukhena is qualified by one more word, pravepamana dharapatra shobhina mukhena, and therefore this is also N 3.1. This is to be dissolved like this: shobhate iti shobhi, as it is Nahumsakalinga. And then taking up this portion, adharaha eva patram equals adhara patram. Adhara shabda is pullinga and patra shabda is napumsakalinga. Therefore, we have adharaha eva patram yielding adhara patram, and taking this with pravepamanancha tat adhara patrancha, we get the form pravepamana adhara patram. So tena pravepamana adhara patrena shobhi, qualifying mukham. So pravepamana adhara patra shobhi is the form that we get here, and adding tena we get the tritiya ekvachana form in the Napumsakalinga, pravepamana adhara patra shobhina. So pravepamana is from root vepr, so vepr company is the root. Pra, the upasarga pra brings out the intensity of the quivering there. So her lower lip was quivering extremely, pravepamana, obviously on account of the cold which is intense during the night. And she made up this laws for the waters apam, qualified by tushara vrishtikshita padma sampadam. So this is F63, and therefore this is also F63, Strilinga Shashti Bhakti Ekvachana. The waters which had the wealth in the form of the lotus. So Padmani eva sampadaha or Padmanam sampadaha, either way we can dissolve it. The riches in the form of the lotuses or the wealth of lotuses, either way it can be dissolved. So now this was destroyed by the shower of snow here. Tusharastuhinam himam, says Amarakosha. So tusharanam vrishtihi yields tushara vrishtihi, and taya, because vrishti is strilinga, taya tushara vrishtya kshataha. You can also think of there being several rains, therefore you can also have, instead of taya, you can also have tabhihi, tusharanam vrishtayaha, tushara vrishtayaha tabhihi kshataha yields tushara vrishti kshataha padma sampadaha. So tushara vrishti kshataha padma sampadaha, as this qualifies apam, we can have yasam, tasam. We can also have yasu, tasam. Either way, it yields the form tushara vrishtikshita padma sampadam, qualifying apam. So the waters, the wealth in the form of lotuses of which padma sampadam was destroyed, kshata means severely wounded or destroyed, extinguished by the showers of frost. In Kalidasa Sarghamsha also there is a reference to Himaseka Vipatiratrate Nalini Purva Nidarshanam Mata. So there are very many references in Sanskrit literature for the destruction of the beauty of lotuses on account of the cold of the winter season. And therefore in this shloka, while describing how Parvati immersed herself neck deep in the waters, in the ponds to perform her tapas, Kalidasa also hints at the extraordinary beauty of Parvati's face, which resembled the lotus not only in the form and appearance but even in the fragrance. And further, even during winter it remained unruffled. Such was the strength and vigor of the person of Parvati, and such was the extraordinary beauty of the face of Parvati. And such was also the rigor with which she performed the tapas, that in spite of the winter, which could be very distracting, so with the severe cold and shivering, the mind is utterly disturbed. But not so in the case of Parvati. So she was very firm and steadfast in her tapas, and even in the midst of all these inclemencies of weather, the charm of her face remained unruffled, and the progress of her tapas also remained unruffled. These are the ideas that are brought out by Kalidasa in this verse. We shall now pass on to the next verse. So we will go to Shloka 28. Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittita Parahi Kashtha Tapasastaya Punaha Tadapyapakirna Matah Priyam Vadam Vadantyaparne Tichatam Puravidaha. This is one of the famous verses of the 5th canto of Kumara Sambhava. In this shloka, Kalidasa shows how Parvati refrained from consuming food even minimally. The first half of the shloka shows what constitutes a high peak of penance. So Kashtha is the peak. Parahi Kashtha, the supreme peak of austerities. Tapasaha. The high peak of austerity is being subsistent, is subsistence, vrittita, is subsistence upon leaves, parna, of trees. The tree leaves which are fallen, vishirna, on their own, swayam, of their own accord. Such tree leaves as are fallen of their own accord from trees, subsisting on them, is considered as the pinnacle of the performance of austerities. This is the normal case. As for Parvati, Taya Punaha, so as for Parvati, so bringing out the contrast, Tadapi Apakirnam, even that, Tadapi, even that, referring to the vrittita, subsistence on the self-fallen leaves, was forsaken. Apakirnam was forsaken, was abandoned by Parvati, Taya, by her. And therefore, Ataha. So it is as though the shloka consists of 3 sentences. Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittita Tapasaha Parakashtahi is 1 sentence. Taya Punaha Tadapyapakirnam is another sentence. Ataha, consequently, Priyam Vadam Tam Vadanti Aparna iti Puravidaha. Puravidaha, the chroniclers of the past. They call her Vadanti. Call her Tam Vadanti Aparna iti, as Aparna. Tam Priyam Vadam, the speaker of sweet things, one who speaks in a sweet manner. Priyam Vadam Tam Aparna iti. So the word Aparna literally means leafless. So Parvati was called leafless, Aparna, by those who knew the past, by those who know the past, Puravidaha. Now this shloka shows how Parvati's tapas attained very great heights, such heights as are not normally attained by others. The descriptions of tapas that our ancient literature abounds in makes a reference to subsistence, for example, only upon foods. That is sometimes considered as a Vaikhanasa vritti. There is a saying, Kala Pakvaihi Swayam Shirnaihi Vaikhanasa Mate Sthitaha. So the ripe fruits that fall of their own accord, subsisting upon that itself is considered as a great austerity, Vaikhanasa Mata, as it is called. Now Parvati abandoned that, at least as a last resort. People, those who perform tapas of a high order, such ascetics depend upon leaves that fall from trees of their own accord, ripe leaves, so that are, as it were, rejected by the plants. So such trees as are useless for, such leaves as are useless for the trees, so, and have been abandoned by the trees. So depending upon them and subsisting upon that, so is a high level of austerity, a very high level of austerity, because this involves the least of himsa possible for one's subsistence. There is no subsistence of life or enjoyment in life that does not in one way or the other harm other beings. So there is a saying in Yoga Shastra, Nanupahatya bhutanam bhogas sambhavati. So without causing any pain to any being, it is impossible to enjoy life. So even the very act of breathing can be detrimental to some kind of settled lives. Now in the case of the best of ascetics, the best of practices that they have is subsistence merely upon the leaves that fall of their own accord from trees. So, and Parvati surpassed even this. So that is the idea that has been depicted in this shloka. And it is subsequent to that Parvati has been called Aparna. So this is another way of giving alternative etymologies. In certain Shiva Puranas we have two sisters of Parvati, namely Aparna, Ekaparna and Dviparna and so on. In some Puranas there are such depictions, but Kalidasa presents here an alternative etymology for the word Aparna. Kalidasa often dwells on such ideas as, for example, even the word Uma he derives in a special manner in the first canto, saying Umeti matra tapaso nishiddha paschad umakhyam samati jagama. So similarly the word Aparna is derived here in a special manner. So we may look into the grammatical aspects of the verse. So the prose order is Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittita Tapasaha Parakashtha Hi Taya Punaha Tat Api Apakirnam Ataha Priyam Vadam Tam Aparna Iti Cha Puravidaha Vadanti. Now Tapasaha Parakashtha. Kashtha is the peak. So the Amarkosha says Kashtha Utkarshe. Kashtotkarshe Sthitau Dishi. So as synonyms of dish also we have this word Kashtha in Dishastu Kakubah Kashtha Ashascha Haritascha. Therefore the word Kashtha refers to direction also, but in this context it refers to the Utkarsha. So Parakashtha refers to the highest peak, the pinnacle, the summit of tapasis, tapasaha parakashtha hi, namely Vrittita, so being subsistent upon. Now the dissolution of this word can be now noted. We can take Drumasya Parnani Druma Parnani and Swayam Vishirnani becomes the compound Swayam Vishirnani. Swayam Vishirnani cha Tani Drumaparnani yields Swayam Vishirna Drumaparnani. Tanyeva, Tani refers to the Swayam Vishirna Drumaparnani. Tani eva Vrittihi. Yasya saha refers to Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittihi. Alternatively, Yasyaha sa also it's the same form Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittihi. And either tasya bhavaha or tasyaha bhavaha yields Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittita. The word Vritti in Sanskrit, Vrittir Vartana Jivane, says Amarkosha, has the depending on something as food. So that is Vritti. Swayam Vishirna Drumaparna Vrittita, having as subsistence the tree leaves, Drumaparna, of tree leaves which are fallen of their own accord. You should not bracket Vishirna and Druma. So it's not the trees that are fallen, but so you have to take this Vishirna as applicable to Drumaparna, and therefore we first derive Drumaparna and then qualify it by Swayam Vishirna, and therefore Swayam Vishirnani Drumaparnani. So these two are to be linked. So it is the leaves that are fallen from the trees of their own accord. The yellow leaves, the ripe leaves, so fall from trees when they can no more produce chlorophyll for the trees, and it is only such leaves as are rejected by the trees as useless that have been subsisted upon by Parvati or subsisted upon by the best of sages in the course of the best of their austerities. Now in the case of Parvati, she went much beyond even this. So Taya Punaha, but as for Parvati, as for her, this Punaha shows the contrast here. In contrast to what the best of ascetics do, in contrast to the best of ascetic practices, Parvati abjured Apakirnam, means even this was abjured by her. So she forsook consumption of even the leaves fallen of their own accord. Tadapi Apakirnam. Tatu refers to this vrittita, so in a general manner, and therefore this Swayam Vishirna Dinoparna vrittita was also abandoned by Parvati. So even the Parnas were abandoned. Tadapi Apakirnam. So this is from Apa plus A plus root Kru Vikshepe is the root, plus Kta or the past participle passive form. So it is the Bhutakridanta Karmani form. Taya Tadapi Apakirnam. Taya Apakirnam was abandoned by her. Now the consequence of this is indicated in the third sentence of the verse. Puravidaha, those who know the past. Pura is the past. So Vitu is one who knows. Those who know the past, literally the archaeologists. So Puravidaha, those who know the past, the chroniclers of events of the past, therefore call her Tam Vadanti. They speak of her. Tam refers to Parvati. So Vadanti is from root Vad. Let Vartamana Kala, this is Prathama Purusha Bahuvachana form. So Puravidaha is those who know the past. Pura or Pura Kalam Vidanti. Veti Vittaha Vidanti means those who know is equal to Puravidaha. So this is Yam 1-3. So Pullinga Prathama Vibhakti Bahuvachana. So it need not necessarily be Pullinga. Anyhow, Puravidaha, those who know the past. Puravidaha Vadanti. So as this is Bahuvachana, this is also Bahuvachana. Puravidaha Vadanti. Puravidaha Vadanti. They speak of her, Tam, who is, there is an adjective for Parvati, Priyam Vadam. So as this is F21, Strilinga Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekvachana, Priyam Vadam is also Strilinga Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekvachana. Tam Priyam Vadam. So the word Priyam Vadam is derived as Priyam Vadati. Iti Priyam Vada. So one who speaks in a sweet manner. So Priyam Vadati iti Priyam Vada. Tam. So Priyam Vadam refers to Parvati. Tam Priyam Vadam Vadanti. Therefore, Ataha, they speak of Parvati as Aparna. So Na Vidyate Parnam. So Yasyaha Sa. In order to complete the sentence, what is added is Aharataya. So one who would not have even a leaf as her food. So Navidyate Parnam Aharataya Yasyaha Sa Aparna. So Aparna iti Tam Puravidaha Vadanti. There is a variant reading which says, instead of Priyam Vadam, the vari election is Priyam Vadaha, qualifying Puravidaha. So Priyam Vadaha Puravidaha, the chroniclers who speak in a sweet manner, so they refer to her as Aparna. So either way it is valid. Tam Aparna iti Vadanti. Now the question has been raised by Malinatha and Charitavardhana and other commentators as to whether we can have Aparnam iti. So this reading is also found in some manuscripts, probably already by the time of Malinatha, and they are unequivocal in their declaration that such a construction is not possible, because iti itself conveys the karma aspect, the nipata itself conveys the karma, iti shabdah karma vachi, and therefore there is no need to have Dvitiya Vibhakti here, and therefore there will be redundant, and therefore tam aparna iti vadanti. Or you can have an alternative construction if you indeed want to have aparnam, tam aparnam vadanti. So we cannot have tam aparnam iti vadanti, but we can have tam aparna iti vadanti, or simply tam aparnam vadanti. Having aparnam vadanti would not be suitable for the meter, and therefore the right construction is tam aparna iti vadanti puravidah. So Malinatha notes, tapah karana samaye avidyamanam parnabhakshanam yasyaha sa. He gives the more detailed dissolution of aparna as tapah karana samaye avidyamanam parnabhakshanam yasyaha sa. So this should perhaps imply that she would have parnabhakshana, for example, after her marriage while taking tambula. It may be possible to have siparna, but tapah karana samaye avidyamanam parnabhakshanam. So the force of cha is brought out by some commentators by saying that Parvati has other names also, as for example the ones listed in the Amarakosha as Uma, Katyayini, Gauri, Kali, Haimati, Ishwari, and so on, and therefore this additional name is indicated by the word cha, which hints at the other names for Parvati. So it is said that even the good practices of tapas like Kricha and Chandrayana have permission for some amount of consumption of some amount of fruits, etc., or some amount of food in a minimal manner, and the the zenith of tapas is to forsake even the tree leaves so that are fallen on their own. So Parvati thus attained a very great height in the performance of austerities. So Kalidasa is almost concluding the description of the tapas of Parvati. So root vada is vada vyaktayam vachi. In the next verse, shloka number 29, he concludes the tapas of Parvati, and thereafter Lord Shiva arrives there. We can take a break for 1 minute.